So a quick update on my Fezzari Cascade Peak. I've put about 400 miles on it or so, and really loving this bike. It's exceeded my expectations. The more I ride it, the better I like it. I really like the front suspension, the DVO Diamond D1. It's 140 millimeters of travel, and it is really sensitive off the top, very supple. It has the off the top adjustment, OTT. I don't know if you can see it, it might be kind of dark, but it's this adjustment right here that adjusts the sensitivity to the initial part of the stroke without affecting the mid stroke or the end stroke. In the back it has 135 millimeters of travel, and it works really well. I mean, the bike is very composed. It seems to be composed in pretty much any situation. I've only made minor changes. The tires, just a matter of preference. It came with a DHF Minion with good tire, excellent tire, and in the back it came with a Maxxis Aggressor and the good tires as well. But I prefer, for the trails that I ride in, and you'll see in the video, Trail Kings from Continental, front and back, and they're a little lighter, and they just seem to have just a little bit of better grip, especially in turns, and they also feel a little lighter. Also, again, matter of preference, I changed the handlebar actually, and the grips. The handlebar is carbon fiber from one component. The handlebar that came with it was alloy. I was having pain in my right hand, but I think that's a personal thing. I broke my hand a couple of years ago, and for some reason that bar, maybe the angle, the sweep, the rise, was giving me trouble. This carbon fiber bar has a little different angle. I think the sweep is I think it's 3 degrees less than the previous one. The rise is 5 degrees less. So I don't know, something made a difference, but it works for me. Anyway, I did change this stem from 35 millimeters to 50. I know that sounds like a big long, but with the relative steep angle of the seat, which is 75.5 degrees, it just, I don't know, it just wasn't quite working for me, but this seems to be a lot better. And pedals, of course, you know, again, everybody's got their own preference. I like these pedals. I don't even know what their brand is. I got them on Amazon. They're not very expensive, but they do the job. They're wide, and they have the screws and this perfect grip. Not too much, not too little. I've tried a few. Some didn't have enough grip. Some had too much grip. But great. Anyway, the drivetrain is SRAM GX excellent. I shift up and down. It's smooth. It's precise. Never jams. I never drop a chain. It's amazing actually how rugged and how reliable it is. I did change the rear brake to a 203 millimeter rotor. It came with 160 in the back. I couldn't believe it. That's really inadequate. I mean, I could not on any even just medium grade downhill, it just wasn't doing it for me. The front came with 180, which is, you know, it's acceptable, it works. But anyway, this made a huge difference. Not a big deal. Okay, well, let's go for a ride. Correctly. Let's drop. That's a small drop. Alright. Let's go this way. On the opposite side of the creek, man. very loose gravel around here. That's why I like these continental trail training. It just seems to have in this terrain just that little bit more grip than the Maxes. Here's a skinny across the creek over here. Across the creek again. Climb fairly well. By the way, I've only been riding for about a year since the pandemic started. I'm 55 and just discovered trail bikes, mountain bikes. A lot of fun. Used to play a lot of soccer. Can't do that pandemic until I get vaccinated. Anyway, this trail, these turns I can pick up some speed. These tires, man, this is why I like them. This grip, and these twisty. Jump. Slide out. Jumping. The suspension is awesome. Keeps me so supple off the top. Rocks. No problem. I don't think these tires can't grip it. There's a lot of dry leaves like this, but so far no problems. Be careful not hitting your head too. Some of those tree branches across the trail and low. Something like this, yeah, you can impale yourself in that. Yeah, no, it's the bike goes exactly where you tell it to go. There's no wandering, no waffling, call it, in the front or the back. It just kind of makes you confident. My previous bike was my first bike, actually. It's my Motorbicon Phantom, single pivot, dual suspension. I upgraded everything I could on it to rock shocks, suspension, continuous ramp, 1x12. But that single pivot suspension in the back, it works, but there's a lot of flexing. And when you go over rough stuff at speed,
it really wondered, and I never knew if I was gonna keep that rear tire planted. This is a huge upgrade from that. Alright, this section. Hi. Go across the creek again. Well, actually, no. We're going to go under the freeway. The trails continue on the other side. A nice little rocky, very rocky, challenging little section here. There we go. That way, this way too. A lot of limestone in central Texas, so here's the creek again on a bed of limestone. This trail here is built and maintained by the city. It's called the Violet Crown. Some people do what does it call it? Cyclocross. And of course, for people who just walk the trails, and lots of big cycling community in Austin, Texas. Anyway, we're gonna go this way. There's a hill. A hill through here, which I'll go up and then come down it. It's pretty good at climbing too. make a U-turn, essentially. Sorry, my riding skills are very novice level. It's a lot of fun. This sport. Right, there's a little jump here. Oops, I'll do. See that jump? The suspension, the DVO, it feels, there's a little jump. It feels really supportive. Somebody that just catches you, you know. It's hard to explain. It's really good. On the rocky drop there. Don't want to hit your front brake here. Actually, as you get going, let go.